All right, we're going live on TikTok. I'm going to also put this on YouTube. Just figured out how. So apparently, literally, like I want to say, like 5 months ago, you couldn't do that. You couldn't even download it, right? Now they'll save these lives for 90 days. So I could have been making some more money, So that's sponsorship money. But anyway, here we go. We're going to talk about stocks. We're going to talk about cryptos. We're going to talk about the TA levels of interest, right? Dow up 323 with an hour and a half left in the session. NASDAQ almost above 250, almost 2%. And the S&P, it's a green day, guys. So let me tell you what I've got that's working still. TRV, CNC, Qualcomm, still almost at an all-time high. CVS just had earnings today, and they are down actually 5%. I think this is a buy the dip moment for CVS. They're at 105. There's an upper lower trend line there, and it broke through the 20, and it's sitting on that lower upper trend line. Needs to get back up. This could be a buy the dip opportunity for CVS. Letting you know that. What else is working? Devon DVN. Again, we're looking at energy and we're looking at financials. A little bit of insurance. That what seems to be what's working, but there are some tech stocks. Clearly Peloton's working, right? But that's really subject to other things. Apple's still working. MRO, that's Marathon. LMT, McKesson, MCK. Little VRTX, biotech. That's probably my best biotech stock besides AbbVie, but AbbVie's more of a producer, right? Looks like Shop's up today above that 900 mark, 921 today. Visa's pretty good as well. So that's what I got. If you guys want to see anything as far as stocks or crypto today clearly having a day. Saitama up 27%. They were down 40 not 2 days ago. We're looking at looks like almost everything's up from about 5 to about 15%. Flow waves are doing well. Near. I know you guys love the H&T. It's up 8. I know you guys love the quant. I don't see the quant on my bubbles. H-bar is up 7% today. So for the week, though, who stands out? Gala still at that 90% for the week. Shiba at 60, KDA at 63% for the week. Leo, XRP, congratulations. If you're holding XRP, loving it. Are we going Nvidia just off the bat? We'll do some Nvidia. Let's go. Let's get it done today. NVDA, let's see what we got. It's looking good. Where do you jump out? I think you already know probably this. 230 is where I give you the base of where I jump out. It's at 265 right now. It's looking very, very good. Understand you're about to run into the, there is some resistance right where it's at, but it should fill that gap. But understand, so it should fill the gap all the way from 264 to 271. I think it's a pretty good free ride there. Understand though that you're going to have some resistance there, and you're also going to have right about that time as a 50-day is sitting right there. So understand the 50-day and where that resistance is going to be about 275, 276. Then you've got an upper lower trend line coming down, and that comes into play about the 283, 284 mark, right? But I think right now you can nibble. Now you get above that 275, 277, and you go hard. You start smash that bad boy at that point. Because again, this is a good short-term play. It looks like a decent short-term play right now, going into a good one, and a long-term play as well. Like why wouldn't you? Semis. To me, again, not financial advice, but to me, I just hold. Like, I'm going to hold probably the next 10 years. Like, why wouldn't you, right? Any semis. I believe the semi ETF is SOX. So I believe that's SOX, by the way. I only do crypto. I do crypto as well. Crypto is 90% of my net worth just because it's grown so much. And I got in 2012. I didn't really start buying heavy until about 2014. Traded my first Bitcoin on Circle. Circle used to be a legit exchange in the U.S. in 2014. Traded it my first one at 305, 315. Right now, if you want to know where the money flows are, I can actually pay for this. The crypto meter is showing me where the money flows are. The USD, we've got Bitcoin last 3 days now. Bitcoin's got 7.1 billion going into it, but you want the smaller ones, I'm sure. So let's get up above 100. Filecoin's got 150 million. Tron 160. Litecoin 300 million last 3 days have rolled into it. Little Cosmos action 364 million. Solano 600 million. SLP Smooth Love Potion Axie 600 million rolling in that. Luna almost a bill. XRP, you're gonna love this one. 1.5 billion is rolled into XRP in the last 3 days. Avalanche is about 700 million. Cardano's about 700 million. Gala 1.2 bill. Shiba 2.6 bill, and Ethereum 4.5 bill. So that's where the money is flowing into crypto. So the ones that I just named are going to continue to grow. I get that off of cryptometer.io. I actually pay the $15 a month to get the 3 day, because the 3 day is the most important. So Cardano, let's look at some Cardano today. Where is my, there it is. Little Cardano ADA action. If it serves me right, 120 is a key level of support. So you want to be long. Here, let me go back to the year. All right, so here we go. Yeah, 120 is still that. So you need to clear 120. Where are we sitting at? 121. Nice. So I think you can start to nibble here. It's clear where if you want to get real long, I'd probably wait till about 150. 150, I think you can get real long, and then the next one above that is probably somewhere around 180, 190-ish, right? All-time high is $3. But let's get to 150 first, then we'll talk about Cardano. Love me. By the way, I hold it back, so I hope Cardano goes back to 3. I hope it goes to 6. So we'll see. Ford had a miss. By the way, my rocket call. The rocket call that I had yesterday, that you can look back at my TikTok, up 10% now. 10%. I don't have a lot of 10%. I usually go 1 to 5%, 73% win rate, but we do it off insider trades, and there's an art to it, right? And they're typically crappy stocks, very crappy stocks. But look at RCKT up now, exactly at 9.93 now. So, all right, what were we doing? I'm sorry, Ford's up. Let's go to Ford Motor Company. Had that big miss, then just went sideways, and then the electric thing hit. So, all right, I've got a line right here. It's at 1833. It's bouncing off a lower upper trend line. It's at 1833. Where you want to get long is 19-ish. Again, it's not a pencil, guys. It's a marker line. So about 19-ish is where I'd really start to nibble fairly big, and I think you can get real long at that 2150, 2160-ish mark all on the Ford. Relative strength's been beaten down to 36. You really like to see that above 40. 50's even better, clearly. So that's where Ford is. Good times. What's with the Cypher? I missed the Cypher. A little Shiba action. I do Shiba. Again, I don't judge. Look, I'm not trying to be right, people. So all these people, these maxis, whatever you want to call them, right? These shit coins, you should. Hey, if it's good, if it's doing this, I'm jumping in, right? I'm not here to be right. I'm here to make money, people. So all right, let's do a little Shiba. Let me find it really quickly. Type it in. Little Shiba. There we go. Number 13 today. It's did it fall in the rankings? All right. So clearly, rule of thumb, guys. You want to be stocks and crypto. You want to be long. So if your crypto or stock is above its first half highs from last year. So for stocks, that's going to be February, March, April. For crypto, it's going to be about the same. Typically March, April, May, right? So if you're above those first half highs of last year, you're probably in the right crypto. This is Shiba is right on the precipice. So let me see where it got to. the 4036, and you're at 3.3 right now. So I think you could probably nibble here, but it gets above that 3.6 level. Let's go. Then where I might look at the next one would be 0.40 and then 0.49 or 0.0049. That's the Shiba. The Shiba army is coming for me. Damn. Love you guys. Love the Shiba. I lost hundreds in Shiba. I'm not saying it's a joke or it's a good coin. All I'm saying is it's doing this right now. So if you want to get long at that 0.36, be my guest, right? But now, clearly, you want to see some follow. So you want to see some follow through. So if it's 0.36, you like to go to 3.7, 3.8, and have some daily candles above that. That's called follow through. We want to see that as well. But that's where you would get long. So I'm not passing judgment on anything. I've got a friend who thinks Bitcoin BSV is the true Bitcoin. He owns like $6 million in BSV. I'm like, bro, great, phenomenal. BSV is not a good coin, but I'm not trying to be right, but he's trying to be right. Well, Craig Wright is this and that. I don't care. I'm trying to make money. Look, if you're in the market for anything else besides making money, you're in the wrong place. Period. Like, oh, it's going to save the world, blah, 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 and save, great, phenomenal. That's not me. All right, you want Cypher? Is that an S? I do not know that crypto very well, so there it is. Let's see what you got here. It goes back to not too far, actually. So it is 68 cents today. Yeah, you need to be above, you really need to be above that 73 mark. And really 73 is where I start to nibble. 79, I kind of go longer. And then clearly at the 93, you're going to go much longer. But let's just get above that 73-ish level, right? Again, 70, that's 73 cents, just so you know. What's up, people? Love to see the participation going on. Get in it and get out. And should I jump back in? Look, man, in choppy markets like this, I'm going to be frank with you. Not financial bias, but typically how your institutional investors trade, even in crypto, right? We're in some chop. In fact, in crypto, we're always in chop, right? But in equities too, you got to get in and you get out. You size down your positions, right? When the market's going down. Today it's going up. It's good. But when the market starts going down, you got to size down the positions, right? And you got to watch the downside, right? So that is how you trade in a down market. But you got to go with the trades that are working. Right now, the trades that are working in the stocks, financials, commodities. I know a lot of people have not had exposure to that, but energy is printing. I had 4 calls on CVX at the 28, 29. They were at February 25th, and they had a March call. I've sold them all because they were well above 100%. So if crude is above, I believe it's 80. So it was 76, and I believe it's 80. I believe it's 87 or 88. If crude is above 88, you gotta stay long energy. That's XLE. Just so you know. But yes, take in this chop, you gotta take profits liberally. When I say liberally, you take it where you can. If it's 2, 3, 4, 5%, I would be taking. You're not going to go broke taking profits. Crypto included. On the way up, take some profits. And then like we buy high, sell higher. Continue to do that, right? But if you're going to trade, you really got to watch these trades in these choppy markets. It's just the way it is. Hey, what's up? Thank you. Appreciate it. You're gonna swing what? You're swinging fun. Yeah. Let's look at fun real quick because I haven't looked at fun. So, got the Wi-Fi fixed. That's the problem. My Wi-Fi was the problem like 2 days ago. I got to fix it. I know a lot of you guys have sent me messages, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. So the upload speed was my problem. I didn't have enough upload. All right, fun. Here we go. I cannot. You're going to know more about the stock than me. I'm just looking at the TA. Price is what pays, right? So here you go. I cannot get long in this stock until this stock's at least 4-ish, 405 really, but 4-ish. It's at 337. You're not too far from that. It is in an uptrend. The relative strength's at 62. So congratulations there. Again, fun kind of moves with D-Wack as well. What is D-Wack doing today? D-Wack is up. Here's the thing on D-Wack. If you wanted to know, D-Wack, it's at 882.62. It is so it keeps bouncing off a upper lower trend line. It keeps bouncing off, right? So it's kind of making lower lows. 3 days ago, Monday it didn't. Monday it broke out, but it still finished with a red candle. Where I'd get long is that it's gonna have some follow through. 92 is your level of interest in D-Wack. So I understand that. So I get a lot of that every day. Love it. What's up with Doge? Let me some Doge. So I'm not sure if I told you. So I've told the story before, but Doge I made. So Doge is an asymmetrical trade to me, meaning it's going to go to the moon, or I'm just going to lose what I put into it. I did that in 2016, 2017, whatever it was, $300. That $300, 4 years later, turned into 5 figures. So that's just how I see it. I will tell you one project that's really working for me right now, guys. Look at Titano. Titano, not financial advice. It's got price exposure, but look at Titano, Titano. It's got a calculator there. Like, it's not a Dow, but do your own research, right? But that's one. That's one of the few projects that's, strong nodes and stuff like that. Thor's Strong's working for me. Yield nodes, but Titano's my best crypto play as far as passive income goes. You want to look at Titano. All right, Doge is up. What's up with the Doge? Did Elon tweet about Doge today? Let's see what's up. Still down. So what I'd like to see is, let's go back to where we were. So I think so it's 16 today. It's not terrible. It's really not a terrible place to be. I'd like to see it. I mean, I think you could probably, if I'm being honest with you, I mean, it's right on. I'd like to see it about 19, 20-ish is where I'd like to see it, but where I'd really go long, it's clear. At that 30-ish, 32-ish, right? That's where I go long in Doge. I actually went back into Doge. I didn't go back in big, but like $500, right? Could I lose that? Absolutely. Could it go? Could it do a 10x? Absolutely. So we'll see. It's going to be great. So, I've got so many people freaking Curve. Yeah, I love the Curve. I don't hold the Curve, but Curve is a great DeFi token, and it's not doing bad at all today. I think that I'm on the yearly here. We are at 353 right now. I think if I'm going back to March of last year, I think you've got to be above 410. 410, not that you can't hold here, not that you can't buy here. All I'm saying is I would take smaller nibbles. Now it goes above 410. Now here's where 410 is. It goes through, it breaks out, boom, 410, and then the next level of resistance is going to be at 480. So I do like the Curve token. I do not hold a lot of DeFi coins, just to let you know. I hold a ton of coins, but just not a lot of DeFi coins. Yes, on the Shiba. Yes, Shiba. I'm not telling that Shiba is going to get you rich. I just look at what's trending. One of the things that continues to trend, one is Shiba, 2 is Catgirl. And Catgirl hadn't done anything at all, right? Shiba, it looks like it's moving up. So and Doge looks that way too. But again, guys, look, you don't have to like Bitcoin, right? You don't have to hold Bitcoin, but you got to root for Bitcoin, okay? I got a bag of Bitcoin, right? But here's the thing. Bitcoin is today 42% of the market. It is 41% of the market today. You got to root for it. Just like you got to root for ETH, right? ETH is 19% today. So alts should be performing today if ETH is above, I believe it's 18. So I think that's the ratio. XRP, let's do it. I bought me some XRP late last, so held XRP a long time, right? But I bought more, like a lot more, December of 2021, and we got slaughtered and here, but we're coming back though. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it with the Shiba Army. I'm feeling good about the lawsuit. I'm feeling good about. It looks like, what it looks like to me is that the government continues to stall versus the SEC versus the Ripple Labs. When somebody's stalling, means they need a lot more information or they don't have a real case. And so I really believe that Ripple is going to win out there, and I don't think they're going to get anything from the emails from Brad and the CEO. All right, where would I get long? It's clear, right? It's clear where you get long. You got to be above a buck. Right? I think you can nibble here. I love the XRP. Don't get me wrong. I think you can nibble here, but I would size the positions down above $1. I start sizing up my positions, right? $1, and then where we get real long at, let's get above a buck first, right? We're at 89 cents. We're not too far away, right? But it's clear where you get real long, $1.28-ish. $1.28 in XRP. Moon, baby. Let's roll out. All right, what else we got? Where did you buy XRP? VPN to Binance. It's the only way, really the only way you can do it. But you got, so the VPN I use, here, I'll show you. The VPN I use is, Proton Mail, make sure you're using Proton Mail, right, for your crypto activities. That's number one. Proton now has a VPN. You can get the free one. If you get the free VPN, bounce off Japan. Now you can buy it, I believe it's $5 to $10, right? You can bounce around a lot. So VPN into Binance, pow, there you go, baby. That's also where I buy a lot of BNB too. So I'm actually a big BNB fan. I was not until about 2 years ago, but BNB is, you can do a lot with it. Yes, I love the XRP. Yes. VeChain, let's do it. I have a little bit of VeChain. I actually like it though. I hadn't looked at the GitHub pools, so I don't know really as far as from a development standpoint what's really going on. It's not showing much right now, guys. Just so you know. So it's what, 6 cents, almost 7 cents. I mean, you've got support at 0.058, right? I'd like to see you though, if I'm being honest with you, you need to be above 25 cents, but that's not going to happen. So you might nibble. There's some here, it's like 10 cents, 10, 11 cents. Talk to me when it gets there, and then we'll go, because at that point, there's really nothing left until you start getting into like 14 cents. 16, and then 16-ish. So, but again, that's where I'd start. I'd nibble. You can nibble now, but you can start getting bigger then, right? So there you go. That is how you play it. Where did you? Oh yeah, by the XRP. Got it. Shibaverse. Oh, is that a thing? I didn't know. I've heard the multiverse, right? Because I think that. So we're clear, I like the Decentraland. I like the Sandbox though. And Crypto Voxels, I've been there. I don't know if you guys have been to Crypto Voxels yet, but it's like there's nobody there. But everything's expensive. So I just think Crypto Voxels is good. It's just so far ahead. Like, that's like Meta ahead, right? Like Facebook ahead. Like, when are you going to do something, right? But in Decentraland, there's people there. In the Sandbox, there's people walking around, but Voxels just seems so barren. So there you go. Sorry, man. Was it PL? I missed it. PL. Bone. I love the Bone. Is Bone the new? Oh, this is the Shiba. Yeah. So I read about this. This is fairly new, right? So October-ish. So okay, I'm about to level with you real quick. So at 115, you might can nibble. I would not be comfortable in this trade until I'm above $1.70. I'm just telling you like it is. Plus, is there a liquidity issue? Hell, it's up 24% today. What's the liquidity like? 13 million. It's up 200% as far as the liquidity goes today. So I think you're good on a bone. I don't know much about the project. That's the thing. You're going to know more about the project than me. So if you think you can nibble here, I would nibble. I just wouldn't be taking big bites out yet, right? Again, we're buying high, selling higher, right? We need that follow through, right? So here's the thing, guys. We like to buy the dip. I'm all about buying the dip, right? Price was here, now it's gone down here. It's fine if it's got some support down here and it bounces off the support. I'm all about buying the dip. But if it's here and the price goes in and there's no support, we're gonna buy the dip 15 times. You just don't have that big enough bankroll, right? Nobody does. Professional traders don't, right? You can't just keep buying the dip. You got to have support. So can you look at Phantom? Love the Phantom. Been buying Phantom last year because it was breaking out. It continued to break out until literally about like what, 2 weeks ago, a week ago. So, oh yeah, it's still doing it. So if I'm going back to like March, April, May of last year, stay long above 92. It's well above that. What's it at today? 227. So you got massive support. Yeah, dude, you stay long in this. I think you could probably take some chunks out here where you can go real long at 240 to 228. You're not too far away from that, to 240. And you can start taking some big chunks. Again, not financial advice. Just know that that's what I'll be doing. In fact, I actually buy some more Phantom today. But I'm actually buying more passive income projects now, though. There's a few that I'm looking at now that I really like. So, but if you like to play the equities, I love it. Is that PLXY? I don't know if I'm. What is PL? PL, it's play something. Is it Pixie? Oh, Pixie. Is that it? Yeah, shit. All right, here, because somebody asked, so it's even today. What's up? Even with an hour to go in the session. So I've got it here. So I'm going to help you out. Clearly not the best stock. It is in an uptrend. $1.18 right now. It's bouncing off the lower upper trend line. So this trend line, it's bouncing off of that for support right now. You do have the 20-day, which it bounced off as resistance yesterday. So where would I get long to get kind of out of that funk? And it should gap up fairly quickly. I'm at $1.40, $1.45-ish. I'd probably get long. You're at $1.18. It's clear where you get long though. 175. So it hits 175. I get it. That seems like a long way away. It was just there 2 weeks ago. 2.5 weeks ago, sorry. So it was just there. So 175, but it did not have it kept going above the 175, right? And then it come back down. There was no follow to it. You like to see 2 daily candles above that, above the resistance line, if you would. So there you go. Love it, man. Appreciate you. Yes, it is. Shiba's Metaverse. Love it. XRP. They're trying to form a foundation. I bought Shiba back in October when it basically at its highest. Look, Shiba and Doge and what other people would consider them crap coins, right? You got to look at those at asymmetric trades. In kind of crypto, what can you afford to lose, right? In NFTs, I know that there are multiple tools out there. Rare.tool, I think, is one. But But even in the flip game of NFTs, you're going to lose money. I promise you, right? I've lost money. In fact, I got rug pulled on NFT. Miners Club NFTs, right? I got a rug pull, right? Didn't do anything. The Twitter account's still up. I've called OpenSea. I've gone on their Twitter. I've told everybody it's a scam. There's 50 people that have said it's a scam. Still, OpenSea keeps it up. And that is wrong. So, because there's a lot of people that cannot afford NFTs that are playing it, right? So, watch yourself there as well. What's your top 6 crypto picks? Like my top 6 are the ones that are working right now. So if I were to, all right, you're probably not going to like them, but here we go. Clearly, Bitcoin, ETH. I think you have to have those, right? You have to own those. I like Cosmos. I like Phantom, and I like Crow right now. Those are my top 5, right? Watch out, Crow. And FTX, which is coined as FTT, they're Coinbase too. So the stock may go up the next day. They're going to have Super Bowl commercials. I would have my phone with me if you've got some Crow. I think Crow will pump. I think FTT will pump. I don't know how much. It might be 5. It might be 15%. I have no idea. But I'm telling you, it could absolutely pump. So, and typically, Sunday nights is when you get your lowest gas fees. Is Sunday night. So I'm just saying, if you're trying to move some things around, Sunday night is the best time to move things around. Super Bowl not included, but that is when the gas fees are the lowest. Now, if you're trying to move stuff from exchange to exchange, the lowest, the pair that I find is the lowest. Go to XLM, right? Go to Stellar. So Stellar will help you out greatly because it's got a lot of good pairs with it, right? And you can move money for nothing. I mean nothing, right? So do you use or Open as a tool for DeFi? I don't use Open. I do not. I'm more in the look. I use DeFi, but it's for the passive income, right? I'm in Anchor with Luna, and that's probably as close to like true DeFi as I mean, that's getting 20%, right, guys? I get it. It's not a 2x, it's not a 5x, right? It's not 500%, but it's simple and it's stable, right? And so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Now, if I want to branch out, I'm going to go into Strong and Thor and Pix or Power, and those are ones that that could be a rug pull. Olympus Dow still there. Wonder or Blunderland's not there, right? We got I got rug pulled in that one. I had made some. I think I came out of that about even because Wonderland was a complete shit show. So that's what you get. XRP we just did. Do you XRP above $1 you can get long. Again, not financial advice. Polygon had that hack yesterday, but they just got $450 million. If you're looking for a job, they have like 100 jobs at Polygon. So, all right. So Polygon it is. Little Polygon. There it is. Little Matic. Type it in. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what it's doing today. Because I actually hold a fairly sizable back. Oh yeah, dude, stay long here. I'd like to see it above 213. It's at 203, right? So I think you can take some chunks here because you're well above. Like going back to its all-time high in. Well, it wasn't an all-time high. It was an all-time. It was at the time 249 was the high back in April of last year. You're fairly close to that now, but you've got good support at $1.52. I think you can tear off some chunks here. You're right on some resistance right there, that 203, 205 mark. But anything above that, like where do you get real long? 240. But I think you can chew on this bad boy right here. I love Matic. I've got a lot of it too. So, but anyway, it is what it is. NLS, I'll look at it. The Nautilus, It was not on that one. Is NLS. Okay, well, let me go to trading view because I'm not finding it. By the way, guys, no on Bitcoin. Not less. Yeah, it's on the New York Stock Exchange. Why is that not coming up? And it must be new. Is it new? Oh, I typed in M. In NLS it is. Let's do it. Okay. So you get the little button hook, right? Stock's doing this. I don't like that. It does have the button hook. I'm going to help you out. It's at 588 right now. There is a upper lower trend coming down, trend line coming down. It keeps bouncing off of that, right? That's 588. That happens to correspond with the 50-day, right? It's coming down. This is a very good example, guys, of the 200-day. If the 200-day is doing this, the 200-day SMA is doing this, that's a bad stop. You're just going to be honest with you. Can you make money off of it? Yes, right? Because you probably know more about this stock than me. Here it is. It's at 588 right now. It based out. Looks like last week about 458. It's at 588 right now. Where to get long in this, man? You're just not going to like this answer. I think that you might could nibble at 750-ish, but where I get real long is clear. Right there above the 200-day, it's going to be about 1135. 1135-ish is where I'd get long in NLS. I know that's like that's a 2x up, 200%, right? I get it. Sorry, but it is what it is, right? But again, if you believe in the stock, look, you're going to know more about the stock than me in the Discords and the subreddits. I get it, right? I'm just looking at price. I'm looking at trends. I'm in the trends business. That's all that I do. I don't know anything else about this stock except just a couple of stats that I can see here. It does have a small float, and insiders have been selling. So watch that. That's not good. We look at insider buys and stocks that are doing this. Typically, when an insider buys, it will do a 2, 3, 4, 5% up the next day. So was it OGYN? What is that? That one? Huh. What's your opinion of X curl? I'm running back to 253. XCUR. Let's look at. Woo, son, that's not a good stock. But I'm gonna help you out. It's 18 cents. It's based at about 15 cents. It's just you might can nibble above 25, right? Clearly, I think at 25 it jumps probably all the way to 42 fairly quickly. That's where I probably get long is at that 54, 55 mark. At that point, you should it should move fairly. If it's got momentum behind it, it will move. There's only 4 days that it gapped down quite a bit. It should go from that 50 all the way up to about $1 very quickly. But you got to get to 50 first. That's a long way away. That's close to 3x, right? So you're 250. Did you say you're 253? I'm thinking back into 253. Well, I've got a line here at $1. I think I really do think you can start taking some chunks at 55-ish, right? 50-ish. It'll fill, but I do have a line here from a long time ago at $1.40. So that's what I've got. That's where at that point it's where I go big. So hey, love the algo, got me a little bit of that. Algo is one of my favorites right now. I will say that. If I could, what is going on with the browser? All right, ALGO. I should just go on to the top 10. Looked it up. Algorand. This is one too that on the exchanges you can use algo to move your money to different exchanges. It's very, very cheap. I'd still go with XLM first, Stellar, but algo is not a bad way to do it as well. I think Stellar's getting more pairs though. So all right, here we go. We are at $1.04. Its high in March was $1.71. where did I even nibble here? It just had such a bad down like Bitcoin did. I think you could probably nibble at that dollar. So it's good you're above $1, but I'd like to see it above $1.30-ish, $1.30-ish. That puts you back at February of last year, and then you've got all kinds of that. It was support all through March, April, and May, and then it broke down like the first of May. Yeah, I think a good entry point is probably $1.30. Let's call it with $1.35. Could you nibble here? Yes, nibble though. Let's get to that $1.30-ish first, and then we'll go from there. So safe move. I actually have some safe moon because you guys told me to buy. One of the things too is safe moon. I see trending all the time on coin market. It's much like cat girl and Shiba. I see it a lot. I see probably the third one is safe moon. So clearly you guys love the safe moon. It's just been making lower lows and lower highs. So pumped in what, April? No, it pumped in March at that 4012 mark. It's clear where you might start to nibble is that 40, is that 5 zeros, 26, right? You're at 10, so you need to go to 26. So I think that's 5 zeros, 26, 27-ish. Then we'll talk about safe moon. I have nothing against it. I do hold like, $200 worth, right? Just see what it does, right? So we'll see. I'm not against it. Staking Shiba, BVS, Crow. Yeah, so BVS I like with the Crow. Clearly you get the staking rewards. Guys, hey, if you haven't used Voyager, look at the VGX token. There's multiple, you can actually get more of a percentage return of coins you keep on the exchange that you're trading with. It's really high, guys. Like you can get 7, 8, 9, 10% with multiple coins, right? Nexio, you kind of can too, but Nexio, it kind of runs for like a month and then it goes to a different coin. But look at Voyager. It's one of the few apps that I use on my phone for trading crypto. If I want to trade something quickly or if I want to buy something. Watch the slippage fees. It's got serious slippage. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a fan of that. VGX got a real problem with that, but they're about to come out with a credit card that Crypto.com, I've got their coin. I've got the Emerald layer, which gets me Netflix free. It gets me the airport stuff free, right? I don't like it. One, it's a prepaid card. I didn't know that. Maybe I should read the T's and C's, but it's a prepaid card. Voyager card is not going to be a prepaid card. So, by the way, Visa said that crypto rewards cards are up like 70%. It's their best performing cards that they've had in 10 years. So there is something to that. Oh, MVIS, what up? I have not even looked at that one in so long. Let's see what's going on with Microvision. It is, God, I thought it'd be better than this. Yeah, I saw it at $6. Last time I looked at it. So based at 258, you're at 384. You are on a lower trend line that is now turned. It was support, now it's resistance at 384. Gosh, where do you even get long in this thing yet? So again, I know nothing about the stock. You're up 9% today, so congratulations to you. You might, to me, like convince me to get in this. You might nibble, for me at least. I wouldn't nibble until about 590-ish, maybe a little more at that 1031, and then I've got a line here going back. It looks like I drew this maybe in November at 1250. I get it. That's a 400% up or 350% up, but it is showing some signs of life. Relative strength at 49. It was literally below 20 for since in all of January. So relative strength's there. Could it pop? I have no idea. It does look like it's got, no, the float's not small. It does not have high short interest. Again, you're gonna know more about this than me, but it looks like 2 or 3 good days though. So back to back. So there you go. But again, to me, talk to me when it gets to 6-ish, right? Then we'll talk. So WFC, let's do it. Little Wells Fargo action, bro. What's it at? All-time high today? Look, all-time highs beget all-time highs. Let me say that again. All-time highs beget, meaning, guys, it's real. This even goes to your well-being, right? Stocks that are doing this typically continue to do this. Wells Fargo is one. It's laid at an all-time high at 59 today. Okay, stocks that do this continue to do this, right? Stocks that do this typically continue to do that. For your well-being, I like to trade stocks that do this because I don't really have to think about them, right? Are some going to be like Facebook and go 20% down? Yeah, but that's really an outlier, right? So stocks that are doing this, it's just for your well-being. Why would you be in a trade that's doing this, right? Maybe you know something and you know a catalyst is coming, and I get that, right? But if there's no support, it just keeps going down. The last trailing 12 months, like MBIS, we just look at it's doing this. Like I'm stressed every day, all day long. Is it doing a head and shoulders? I ain't playing that game, right? It's doing this. I play those, right? That's why I give you guys stocks that are doing this. If you want me to go through them again, I'll do it again. PCAP, AbbVie, ABBV, MCK, MRO, DVN, CVX. I printed 4 different calls on that. 150%, 118%, 122%, and I think my last was like 98 or something. But anyway, point being, you want stocks that are doing this, guys, right? If stocks are doing this in this chop, those are good stocks, right? And yes, it does look like we are moving from a little bit of growth into value, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? It's just different stocks you hadn't played before. Why do you care that it's not a tech stock, right? Because it could grow more? Well, that's the whole thing. We're not trying to be right. We're trying to make money, right? What's it matter if you're making money in let's just call it whatever great tech stock, right, that you like, right? So Skills, right? Skills was a great stock for a while, and now it's just doing this for like the last 9 months, right? Skills was a great stock. Now, not so much. So I like stocks doing this, right? Just good for your health. You don't even think about it, right? Because every day you'll wake up stressed, like what is going on with the stock? It keeps going down. And here's the thing. I say this all the time. So if you've been on my live before, you've heard this before. Do not let a trade become an investment. It's a big issue with retail traders. I've done it before too. But do not let a trade become an investment. You know what I mean? All right, there we go. What's better than Coinbase? As far as an exchange, there's a lot better than Coinbase. One, you get fees and slippage. I like Voyager. I do like Crypto.com to trade on my phone. Binance I like a lot. FTX, if you're trading options in crypto. I don't really use that one that often. But my coins and bags are spread out a lot of different places. I've got 14 different wallets. I mean, it's like you have spreadsheets that are on a soft drive. I mean, it's just it gets mind blowing trying to keep up with the stuff. Not sure if you're gonna ever Disney. Yeah, sure, man. To be fair, I'm not a fan of Disney. I like the parks. Don't get me wrong, but the stock I'm just not a fan of. It just went sideways. It literally went side. It was range bound from like 188 to 170 all the way from May to November, and then just fell off the map. It's coming back now. Key support for you. So you're at 146. It's bouncing off the upper lower trend line, coming down. At 142, I'd probably jump out. You're at 146.50 right now. I'd like to see it. I think you can nibble some at 154, 155. I think you can get even longer at that 160, and it should fill to 170 fairly quickly. 170 is really the key level of interest. 170, you're not too far away from that. That was back in November, right? It seems like a long time ago. It really wasn't. And it was trying to get there in January. It got to 161. So it really not that far away. But you got a lot of, so guys, when I say overhead supply, it means recent overhead supply, right? So the stock price is down here. It's this overhead supply, not a stock doing this. This is overhead supply. So you got to chew through all this supply to get back up. This is going to be tough for Disney. That's why Disney has been grinding since late January, right? So I'd really like to see it above the 160-ish, right, before I'd start getting long. But 160, it's going to 170 really very, very quickly. But you have got a lot of supply in there. A lot of supply you've got to chew through. Appreciate you guys. Awesome. XRP. Yeah, I'll do XRP. Okay. Clearly, here, let's talk about XRP. It's going to be real simple. Above 1. I think above 1 is where we need to be. We're at 89 cents. Above 1 is where I start to nibble a little bigger. I think clearly you can take some smaller pieces of the pie, right? Little bites. At $1, I'd be taking larger pieces, right? I'm not taking the whole pie. The whole pie, I start taking $1.30. So there you go. That is XRP. And again, it all evolves around the Ripple lawsuit. If Ripple wins, XRP is going to go into the moon. It will literally go, what's it been to, $3 before? Here, let me check. The all-time high has been $3.50, $3.45. So I don't know if it goes that high, but I believe it hits probably $2 to $3. I mean, because I think all of crypto celebrates that. In fact, I would bet you a lot of coins that one day will be at 15 to 30% in the one day that XRP wins. So again, if you don't like XRP or hold it or you're against it, if you're against the XRP army, I get it, right? But you got to root for them. You got to. All right. Conversation from BTC to dollar back. Capital gains is yours. Country to prosper. Okay, cool. Apple 170 calls. What up, Apple today? Guys, I gotta tell you, probably the two most defensible stocks right now are Google one with that 21 split. So Apple, you're at 170 call. Yeah, you're looking good, man. I do think that where you're sitting at right now, there is some resistance right there at that 175 level. That's why it's actually got a red daily candle. You're up slightly though. I think if you could push through to 176, 177, watch out for 181. But again, if you got the calls, I missed on May. In May. Oh yeah, dude. I stay long. I think you're good there, right? Understand where I might jump out at though. So here's what you're going to want to know. I would, if I'm you, 170, 171, I take that back. 168. 168's got a little bit more support at it. So that's where I jump out. So watch yourself there. So if it goes down that far, jump out, take the L, jump back in, when appropriate. Now I do have a base support at 160, but I don't think you want to go that far down with those calls. So trading on El Salvador, 0% capital gain. Yeah, so Puerto Rico, what do they got? 5% or 3%? So, and so I think that there was a congressman or a congress lady that proposed yesterday that, it came out yesterday that she wants to take away the low capital gains and the low tax rate in Puerto Rico. So, and you got a lot of crypto dudes down there, a lot of them. And a lot of hedge funds are based out of there now too. So, ULCC, what's up with you? I don't know if I know that. The Frontier Holdings, is this the airline? Ooh, I didn't even look at this. Nice. Great day yesterday, better day today. I got long right here, man. I I got long above 14. I'd like to see some follow through. It's at 14.34 right now. $14 is where where you can start chomping, right? Where I'd really, I mean, if you want to get real long, it's not gonna be until like 17.50. But I think you can start chomping. But I want to see some follow through above 14. So here's 14. I'd love to see it's broken through. I'd love to see 2 daily green candles. It's called the follow through, right? And there's a big formula around that that the volume increases if the daily candles, right, above that, if the volume keeps increasing and the daily candles above that are above, or no, if it falls 1.5, anyway, it's a long one, but you want to see 2 daily candles above that. That's typically what I call follow through, but there is a formula. Google the follow through formula for breakouts. I think that's where you'll find it on Google. Sorry, I did not know, but it's pretty extensive. Earnings today, yeah, there's a little chain link. So I love Chainlink. I hold a huge bag of Chainlink. That's probably one of my top 5 holdings, just because it was around in it might have been around 26. I think it was around in 2016. They're starting to pick up the pace a little bit, but Link has kind of lost its luster. It went to 50. I sold some at 25 last year. What's it at today? It's 18. Damn. So anything above 20, I think that you can nibble. Let me, yeah, I think anything above 20 you might can nibble. I think you can get long at that 20. Where would I get long? Yeah, right there. All right, so 27. That's where I get real long. But I think, again, you can nibble above 20. Let's talk then. We're still 18. It's been stuck there for a while, right? It's been... Yeah, it's the past month, it's been hell. The past 3 months have been hell. So, I mean, realistically, I'd like to see it above 35. Again, we're buying high, selling higher. But right now, you can nibble at that 27, 28ish. That's chain link. But I was in link. I don't even know how low that was when I got in. So, but appreciate it. Boeing. Was that BA? B8 is. Yeah, so this stock, so I've got a line at 210. So it's at 215 right now. So, and it's got some good follow through. So I'd like to see one more day, but it's got some pretty good follow. It's been a little bit more volatile in the last 2 days, above that 210 mark. But yeah, I like it. I think you can get, so there is a upper lower trend line that's coming down, right? And prices here. So it's going to hit that at about 2. So understand, and this is where resistance is rare. That 221, 222, 21. You're going to hit that. But if you can beat that, understand that there's a big resistance at that 222. So that's all coming together at the same time. If you can beat that, you should be above the 200 day as well. Yes, and then that's at 215, 222 is where I get real long. I think you can nibble here some, and then boom, above that 239. Let's go long, baby, and just smash that bad boy. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. All right. What else we got? Let's roll out. Sorry for being slow. Cardano. You want to be at 105 and I believe 120 or 130. I'll give you that one. We did Nvidia. I'll do Nvidia and then AMD for the semis. Gosh, man. You're at 265 with 30 minutes left in session. Really 266. You're sitting. So there's going to be some resistance coming in at that 272 mark. So watch that. And then above that, you've also got the 50-day at 275. So watch that. Where do you get long? I think above that, so above at that 275, I'd probably get long at 277. But then you got to so there's a lot of overhead supply. So the stock did this, and now it's kind of drifted up, right? A lot of overhead supply. I think that you could probably get long, if I'm being honest with you, at 285-ish to 266. I know that seems like a long way away, and that was back in December. So, but I think you can nibble here, but just know your resistance levels, right? 273, 274-ish, and you're gonna hit the 50-day at 275, and then that 284. So is the upper lower trend line. So, point being, 285, 286, 287, we get long, we can smash it then. And if you want to get real long, it's above 322. All right, AMD's up next. Love the AMD as well. It looks a lot like, as far as what the sector did, Nvidia boom, and then boom. So we got a lot of overhead supply that we're chewing through. It's grinding through. It's been doing that since late January. So the base was 100. Interesting. So you are at 132.78. The 50 days at 134. So you will bounce off the 134 probably tomorrow. It's funny where you might get long though. I mean, I think you're right on the resistance at 132-ish, right? I think we need to see some follow through. I'd like to see you above. I'd like to see that stock above. I think 140, I would nibble more, and then clearly above 147-ish. But let's just get above that. Let's just get above where we're at now. Above the 132 right now, I'd like to see 2 daily green candles above that for the follow through, and boom, you might start to smash that bad boy. So it is what it is. All right. Apple we just did. We'll do it again. I like Google better, just so you know. I think but Apple, my God, it's sitting on what was support, now resistance. It's at 175. I think if it can clear 177, you just smash that thing all day. Apple, Google, and Microsoft are my 2 top stocks right now that are defendable, right? So Apple's probably 3 or 4 though. Not gonna lie to you. So, have we hit the bottom yet on stocks? I don't, man. That's the $25,000 question. If I knew that, I'd be a very, very rich man. Look, man, all these people with all these rate hikes, what's the probability of 3 or 4 or 5 this year? Look, they're all different. I just look at stocks that are working right now that are doing this, right? Because, stocks are doing this, going to continue to do this. I don't know if we've hit bottom yet. I think I will say this though, small caps are doing well today. I think you can look at the ARK funds as far as growth goes, and when ARK has hit bottom, so ARK bottom at 64, it's at 75 now, right? I wouldn't get into ARK until about 90. That's where I'd even start, right? And I've got ARK big. I've got ARK right now big in my 401k. So I sold half in my 401k, but I kept half too, right? And so I'm going to jump back in at the 90. Again, that's the buy high, sell higher, right? That's where we're at. So that's what I'm talking about, right? So I think the ARK, if it's bottomed out, I don't think we're at the bottom yet, though. If I'm going to call a spade, I don't think we're there yet. I just have too much chop going around in this market. Love it, baby. Somebody was begging something. Hang on. NEO. Oh, yeah, a little NEO action. NEO to me. All right, so we based out at that 1940-ish. You're at 2601. I've got a line here. I've got a resistance line I did back in December. And I think you can start to get long at 32. You're at 26. It's not too far away from it. You were in January. It hit that. So, and it broke through and then back down. So it broke underneath that. So I like where it's at. I think you might look. It's a good hold. I'm not a big China fan. One, the geopolitical risk. That's number one. Number two, the stock's been just kind of going lower and lower. Lower highs, lower lows. Looks like it's got the button hook going. I think you could probably nibble right, nibble at the 28. I'd really like to see above the 32.50. At 32.50, come back and see me and we can talk more then, because at that point, I can see you probably getting real long at 43. There you go. Appreciate the Neo. Inflation and pandemic, while Wall Street hits record highs. Yeah, but pay is moving up too, right? Payrolls are moving up too. People are getting paid more too. I do think, I don't think it's all inflation. I do think there is some corporate greed in there for sure. In fact, if y'all didn't see the news, so Starbucks raised prices in November, right? Due to inflation. They really didn't have to because they had grown their gross margins. It came out, right? But nobody complained. Volume didn't fall off. So what would they do? January rolls around. They raise their prices again. Nobody complains. But on the earnings call, you see that their gross margins improved, right? We just thought it was inflation. No. Your gross margins improved. So no, you're raising prices because you think you can. Not because you have to. So that's what's funny about that whole story. And there are a lot of people doing that. Shell did that. Oh, we've got crude at 92 now, blah, blah, whatever. But your gross margins are going up, and somehow you're doing a $10 billion buyback this year. So, okay. All right, what else we got? Let's keep it moving. SPY for options play. Let's do it. Love to talk about the SPY. I've got my line in the sand is 455. I'd like to see some follow through. 2 green candles above that. You're above that right now at 457. Understand though, we are going to run into at 460. We've got the 50-day, and we will bounce off the 50-day. Probably tomorrow. We've got 23 minutes left in the session today. 459. Yeah, that 459 is, we're going to bounce there. But I think you can nibble here. I'd like to see 2 green days above the 455 on SPY. And then where I get real long is at 470. And we're not too far away from that. That was back in mid-January. So not too far away from that. But yeah, I think you can nibble here. It's definitely a hold. I would not be putting puts on. I would say that. So puts and SPY to me right now is just, that might not be the most profitable thing to do. Now, you go back to like mid-January, I'm putting puts on, right? But not now. Especially since we've at least defeated it. We defeated 455 in last week as well, and then it dropped down below it. So it did not have the follow through that we'd like to see. So Bloomberg's got on saying that stocks are rallying ahead of the inflation call. 460 call in 2 days. Yeah. I mean that's not the worst options call for sure. I will tell you though, that's right where the 50-day sits. So when you're doing options, you need to understand the TA of that, the levels of interest in TA. In 260, if it hits that, jump out because it's probably going to bounce there. Again, probably going to bounce, right? Typically, it will bounce off the 20-day for sure, 50-day for the most part, and the 200-day for sure. So there you go. What else is up? Oh, we got a little, is that Verb? What's up with the Verb? I haven't seen it in a while. So again, like wellness, lower lows, lower highs. So here we go. I'm going to help you out. It's got a little button hook. So you might can nibble here. I'd like to see it. You're not going to like this, but I've got a line here. So I've done this one before. It looks like I did it back in December. I got 177. Let's call it 175-ish. 175-ish is where I get long in Verb. It's not too far away. It's a software firm too. You can absolutely move. It's up 3 today. It looked like it was up 4 yesterday. It's got a smallish float too. So I'm not saying it's going to squeeze, but retail can definitely push it. So there you go. NYSE, yeah. We'll do the New York Stock Exchange, and I'm not seeing that. Now you could give me is it NY? Hey, hang on. Let me go to TradingView really quick. NYSE. There's a cumulative ticker. That there's the index. You've got the. Nah, I'm not gonna do that one. It's gonna be too hard to find. Virgin stock. Let's go with the Virgin. Let's do it. Little Richard Branson action. Little Space Galactic. Is that what you're looking at? Yes, this stock is literally one of the stocks that's killed Kathy Wood and the ARK Space Fund, right? This was a $55 stock. Now we're down to $9. Like, it's at $9.12. It based out 2 weeks ago at $7.82. It is going up. Understand you've got a 50 days going to bounce off of at $11.96, $11.90, probably 4 or 5 when it gets there. But I've got 1460-ish. Again, it's not a pencil line. It's a crayon or a marker, right? 1460 is where you might can nibble here. Again, I don't know why we do, like, you must know something in the stock. Again, you're on a Discord or a subreddit. I don't know anything. I'm just looking at price and the trends. The trends are not good. My mind would be blown with this, right? I could not take the stress. It just keeps going down. Why do that to myself, right? I like stocks doing this, guys. Come on now. For 60, yes. BR Bo OH. OH, what is OH? Oh, I got Omega. If that's what you want to say, look at the volume in these. All right, well, show me the ones you want me to look at. Explain the Fed giving foreign banks over 100. Hey, if anybody can explain to you exactly why the government gives other terrorist governments money, let me know. It's beyond me too. It's literally beyond me, and I understand why we have to protect our interest in different countries, right? But not where they harbor terrorists. It makes no sense to me, and I'm not going to defend them. And it's both sides. It's not just the Dems or the reps, right? It's both sides. So we've got a real problem. I will say this: I'm voting younger this in the midterms and in 2024. I'm voting younger. We just need. Look, I've got a friend. He is an air traffic controller at one of the largest airports in Dallas, Texas, right? And did you know he's a federal employee at 50? At 50, I'm 41 or 40-ish. At 50, they basically take that away from you and you go to a desk job or they retire you. Now, you get paid a lot of money in retirement too, but so because of your cognizant abilities go down. And we've got 70-year-olds running the country on both sides. It's just incredible. We've got to get away from that. So, what else we got? Credit shoulders ahead. Okay. Looking at the volume. This Colton should be abolished. Difference of the cult could be. You buy stock. I'm in stocks. I buy stocks daily. More or less right now, I'm doing calls and puts. Really 90% puts. And then as far as crypto, I buy cryptos every day. I mean that's just what I do. Debt, I don't buy debt though. CBX. Oh, did we just have? Oh, CBX are my favorites. CBX. So this is the one. Oh, just such a lovely chart, guys. You really need to pull up this chart. So in June of last year, it was 110. It's 137, and it's just been. It did this and then just took off. But it has to do with crude. Crude went from above 72 and then 76. You could get long, and now we're at 90. So all-time high is 139. It's at 137. I'm staying long. I've got one call left on CBX. So now understand the banks have Merrill's got the highest on crude. I think they think crude's going to go to 112, but most of the banks are at 95. 102 and 105. Those are the IB banks, right? Well, I think one of those was JPM. So, but anyway, CVX long, baby. Long all day long, as long as crude's above. I believe the level there is 76 or 78. I can't remember on crude to be exact, but it's somewhere around there though. I agree. Yes, we absolutely need younger people in office. People that can actually think for themselves and not along party lines. So looking back through, if I missed one, give me some participation. PayPal, let's do it. I know that they're trying to add crypto because they have to. I mean, it just keeps going down, guys. So I'm a fan of PayPal, not a fan of the stock. Much like Square. Love Square. Love the stock. Don't like the stock the way it's trending right now. So this just bottomed out at 122. It based out at 119. So I'm going to be honest with you. If you can get to 139, it's got a big gap to fill. That gap it'll take it all the way back from 139 to 153 very, very quickly. But you got to get to 139, 140-ish, right, to go to 153. So it's at 122 now, so it needs to get some momentum. Also, understand there is a lower trend line down there, but that's not until about 155 or 152. So where I can start to get real long though, not gonna like this one, but it's where it's at 190, 196-ish, 196-ish. And I think you can take some big bites at that point. Even though you'll still have a little bit of overhead supply, that supply will probably have gone away by then. If that's probably a month or two out, right? So that's gonna be there's gonna be some supply there, but it's not overhead supply. It's this kind of supply. So going back here, so typically with that kind of supply, you can kind of stair step it up. But again, 195, 196, 197 is where I get real long. But I think you can nibble on the PayPal at 140 or 139.76 is kind of where it's at. So go back to F cell. Yes, sir. Let's do the little fuel cell energy. Congratulations to you. It's off its bottom. It's up 6% today. Love to see it. Based out at 345, it's at 479. I've got a line here from, this was back in the very 1st of January, 550. 479 at 550, I think you can start taking some bigger bites. I really do. It's still got some overhead supply, and it's fairly recent, going back to December and November. In November, this was $11 stock. It's now basically half of that. But I think at 550, you can absolutely, again, I want to see 550. Again, we're buying high, right? We're buying high, we're selling higher. So 550, buy on the breakout. I'd like to see 2 green days follow through. Bam, then smash that bad boy. Because at that point, you could probably roll all the way up to I wouldn't say easily, but you could roll up to right at 7 fairly quickly. So pretty good gap in there to fill too. So there you go. That's the F cell. What else we got down here? I love the CVX. You guys loving the CVX? The Fed issue, haven't figured it out. No, Fed doesn't figure out anything at all. All right. So let me see what's going on in crypto very quickly. Just so you guys know, Bitcoin. We hit the 41. That was the key level in Bitcoin, right? The next key level is kind of where we're at 44, 44.5. There's not a lot of resistance there. There is some, right? So it's there. The hidden resistance per Sopra, right? That's the new coins, right? And the short-term holders where they get profitable is at 47,000. So if you're on my last live, I said this too. So at 47,000, there is no level of interest per the TA. What the level of interest is when the retail mind at 47,000, when their coins become profitable, okay, the retail mind says, oh, I'm back in the green, I'm selling, right? Wrong. You got momentum going up. Why would you sell when you have momentum? Because the retail mentality is, I've been unprofitable for a month or a month and a half, however long it's been, right? I've been unprofitable. I've got to get out of this trade. Wrong. That's the wrong mindset, right? You're passing through 47. You're getting probably, it continues to go up. Ride it up. And then at that point, if it turns back at 47.5 or really if we're going to get real long Bitcoin's at 53K. $53,000 is where I'll start smashing it again, right? I'm nibbling now, right? But I was nibbling at 63, 60, 64, 55. So it is what it is. But that's my DCA, boys. We're at 44.7. So that's a very good point. Ethereum's next level's at 30. It's at 3250 right now. Next level's gonna be 3600. The next level of interest, and then I believe it's 4200 after that. If we do hit the 4200, 30, 36, 39, 42, and then at 42 per the Fibonacci, 5730 is what I've got on the 613 extension. So there you go. 423 extension. So we're a long way away from that though, but we'll get there. Let's do it. Love it. What else we got? So we did Ethereum, Solana. So just so you know, hedge fund coins, right? The biggest hedge fund coin right now is Solana, right? They want Solana. There's a lot of talk in that community, if you would, that Solana is their play. Now, Solana went to 250, so a lot of those cats cashed out by now, right? But watch Solana. Luna's got a lot of community momentum. I'd watch Luna as well here. Like we said before, Polygon just got 450 million, I believe, at what is the market of Polygon? At a $15 billion market cap. So it's pretty good for them. I like as far as what can grow fast, Crow. I do like Crow. Cosmos is seemingly outperforming, but Matic is killing it. XRP is up 50% in the last 7 days. Sorry. So that's really good. So loving those. Sorry about that. Let's get that off the screen. What are we doing today? Join. Thanks for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Tesla. Tom Brady. Yeah. So it's funny how I get, as I look at Tesla, it's funny how I get Tom Brady, but then I'll get like, what's his name? The hatchet guy, Gary Busey. I get the Gary Busey all the time. All right, Tesla again above 900. I like it. That's the base. If it breaks down under 900, you got to jump out. I understand, but that is the line in the sand is 900. You're at 933. It bounced off the 20-day today. I understand. But that is the line in the sand is 900. You're at 933. It bounced off the 20-day today. I love Tesla though, but I cannot with a straight face tell you to get long in this stock. So I think you can nibble above 900. It's got some follow through here, right? Of about, well, it's been about a day. So no, it hadn't. But it's been hanging around that 900 for about 4 or 5 days though, which is interesting, right? That's why it's called a level of interest. 1100. I start smashing that bad boy all day. I mean, that would be extremely dope at that point, because that would mean to me that means an all-time high is very close with the all-time high, and that looks like to be about 12,444. So there you go. Tesla it was. Love the Tesla. Is what turn did you is this what Tom did after retirement? Yeah, Tom's just pumping stocks. Tom is pumping in NFTs now with FTX, and he's doing crypto as well. He's doing the Hertz. Let's go. Little Tom Brady impression for you. A little D-Wack. Going from Tom Brady to Trump. So let's do it. D-Wack, pretty simple here, guys. Look, it looks like it's possibly in a squeeze here. So it could squeeze here. Just letting you know about that. There's a guy that you could follow on Twitter called Will Meade, Meade. He runs a fund. He was one that turned me on to this. This could absolutely squeeze. It looks like it's doing that. So where would I get long at? 91 to 83.60 with 5 minutes left in the session. 91.60. 91.60-ish is where I get long in that. I think clearly you can nibble here, but understand you are right on a downward, the upper downward trend line. That's why it's squeezing, because it touched off the bottom upper trend line, and now it's going to this this downward upper trend line. So again, I think, if you want me to give you my thoughts on D-Wack, Trump, or whoever, one of his cronies that runs D-Wack, they should not be building. They need to be buying. Take the $6 billion. Buy the freaking New York Times. Buy some left wing media outlets. That's how you build it. I don't know any software. I literally don't know. Well, there's a couple, but I really don't know. The majority of software developers are not going to go work for a Trump-run organization or one that Trump's even affiliated with, right? They need to do it through acquisition, and that would be a killer strategy and one that could absolutely be sustainable. Texas is behind enemy lines. Texas is not behind enemy lines. Texas is the state to be in. Should I buy Ford? I mean, I like Ford, I think, but I like Ford above, at least above 19. You're at 1833. I'd really like to see it go above 20, 21-ish, right? But 19 is what I would call, that's where you could probably start to nibble, and then above that 20, let's call it 21. So you're not too far from that. It was literally there like Wednesday of last week. So there you go. Maybe Tuesday of last week. So there you go. Yes, I like the Ford. I would not be putting calls on until we're above. Again, you need to be above that 19 level, and then at that point, I might put some calls on. But again, I want to see some follow through though. Again, we're not seeing follow through on a lot of these stocks, and that's what is burning a lot of people. Should I buy Uber? Man, I haven't even looked at Uber in so long. So many stocks, so little time. Not the worst stock, man. That's not the worst stock. It's passed through some serious, that's not the worst. So above 38, you're at 40. You went through it today. You're at 40 to 33. Above 38 was a real key resistance. Now, it passed through that today. I'd like to see some more follow through, but here, I've got a line here. I think at 41 you can nibble, but my line is not until the line that I've drawn, and this was back in, good Lord, this was back in November. You're not going to lie. Well, it's not too far. 43.70-ish. That's where I go long. But even above that, you've got the 20-day that's coming down. Not a good sign. That 20-day is sitting right now about 44. So understand, you will bounce off the 200. That's what's called the bull-bear pivot. There's a reason why. You go above that, you got to get bullish. You go below it, bearish. Simple, right? But you guys probably knew that. Why don't want current? I love cryptos. Cryptos are the wave of the future. I learned a long time ago, right? So this is, again, not financial advice, just what I learned in my mind. I invest in what the teens and the youth like, right? So the 20-year-olds, what you guys are investing in is what I'm investing in, because guess what? You're going to continue to invest in those, and crypto is one of them, right? If not the biggest one, right? By the way, it came out today that if I say this right, there are more minorities per their percentage of the population that own more cryptocurrencies. So what I mean by that, Hispanics are like 40%, right? Well, 38% of them own cryptocurrencies. Now that's probably because they're sending money back to back to Mexico or wherever. But we then start we talked about the African Americans, and they make up what, 15% or so. They had 9%. It's whereas white people like me make up, like, I want to say, I think we're under 70, like 60%, 65%, right? We're only about like 63% of all crypto owned, right? So from a percentage perspective, a lot of minorities hold more Bitcoin as a percentage of the population, which is really cool. Disney, let's do a little Disney. That's the second time. All right, guys, it's at 3 o'clock. I'm going to go through some. We got 12 seconds to close here. Bloomberg is about 2 minutes behind. Hell of a day. All right, Disney, we go. Clearly at 170, you get long. You're at 147. I know it's a long way away, but that's where I've got a line at. That was back in October. All right, so let me help you out here. I think it's at 147.29. I'd like to see it at 153-ish. Think you can start to nibble, and then you can go real long at that if I'm being honest with you, 160 to 163. I think you can take some, but 170, you can smash that bad boy all day. Man, you want to do Neo again? Chainlink I just did. Thoughts on you? No. Oh, Goog. Yeah, gotta do some Goog. A little alphabet soup. I just love this. It's double top. It's really triple topped. You kind of can see quadruple. It's at 228.29. Okay, 28.29. Line in the sand was at 26.74. Right. It clearly went underneath that. It went down to basically 2,500. Came back up through it, went to all-time high, and now it's back down. So you stay long and you keep smashing it. That's what you do. They have a moat. They have dials that they can turn. There's a lot of things they can do to improve upon not just revenue, but profits as well. And they've got moonshots still too, right? They could very easily pay off. Google is not one to bet against. It is not, right? The 20-to-1 split is going to be good. Again, same valuation. You just get 20 shares. It's good for options, though, because it will lower the option. I think it takes it down to like 130. $130. I think is what it takes it down to. So options, you'll see a lot more options. You'll see a lot more retail get involved. When you have a $2,800 stock, how many shares can you really buy? And certainly you can't do call options. You have to have a huge bankroll for $2,800 stocks, right? That's why they're doing it, right? They're just running up against it. When to buy Google? I think you can nibble now. But if you want to get long, 29. I got about 29.30-ish. So I think you can buy it. It's at 28.29 right now. I think you can nibble here. I think you can smash it here if you really wanted to. But if you want to be safe about it, 29, 25-ish, 26-ish, right? So let's call it 29.30, right? And then above 3,000, you go real long. You bet the farm at that point. Again, not financial advice. Just what I would do if I was trading the Google. I just hold Google long term. Let's do Chainlink really quick. I'll do it again. We got a couple guys asking about the link. Again, it's fallen out of favor. Again, I haven't looked at the GitHub pulls, but I just know that I'm not seeing a lot of innovation on Chainlink right now. Somebody fact check me and prove me wrong, because it's one of my larger bags. Today it's at 1869 as we speak. It's just down, man. It's got to get above. It's really got to get above. At least it got to get above 27, 28-ish. It really does. There is support below this though. So if you wanted to buy the dip at 30. at 13.9, you would base out over the past 12 months, right? So 13.9 is the low. So could you nibble here? Yes, but understand that's where you jump out at. So, but with the buy high, sell higher, I'm right around 28, right? And we're not too far from that. We were just there in mid-January, so not too far off. We're up 2%. For the week, what is Chainlink doing for the week? And by the way, Chainlink's dropped to number 22 now. That thing was a top 10 coin for a long time. So it's 18. It's done 15% for the past week. About average, but it's not showing the relative strength that a lot of cryptos are, like your Matics, your Shibas, AVAX. You know what I mean? So thoughts on that? No, people can just see makes no sense. I don't make a lot of sense in my life either. So what's your main crypto you hold? So main crypto hold is probably ETH. I got into Bitcoin big. That's on a Ledger Nano, never to be seen again. But Ethereum, I hold a lot of that. Just because it was cheap. I was buying Ethereum when it was in when it was in the 50s. I bought Bitcoin at, again, I bought it in 2012. I want to say it was in the it might have been 30. But I really started getting into Bitcoin in 2014. At that point, it was 305 though. 305, 315, 320 is where I really started to buy a lot of Bitcoin. So I do hold a lot of Bitcoin, but it's not nearly what I hold in ETH though. So, but I do think the Bitcoin bag's probably bigger, but not by much. So there you go. Just depends on their price that day. Google filled at 27.50 from earnings. So all right, so let's see. It filled at 27.50. Yeah, of course it did. So I mean, it went to 2,500. So I think you're good here. So you went to 27.50. Oh yeah. So that was yesterday then. So all right. Again, you can buy Google here. I believe, again, not financial advice, it's just me. Upstart ahead of earnings. Buy or sell. I don't speculate. I just look at the chart. Upstart holdings. It's up 12%. Okay, so we've got Uber earnings right now. Looks like they beat on the top line. Disney's coming in now. Yeah, so Uber had 5.78 billion. They beat. It was 5.35 was the estimate. So Uber beat. Disney subscribers up 21 million subscribers. The estimate was 18. Disney's going huge. In fact, Disney right now should be up in after hours. Let's look really quick. I'll get back to Upstart in just a second. After hours. Dude, 8.6% after hours. What's up, Disney? Nice. Upstart's on deck. Upstart's up 12 and rising. What's it after hours? Don't have it. Disney's killing it, guys. Disney's killing it. All right, so I've got a line here for Upstart you're at 112 right now. I've got a line at 102, 101. 101 is, so that goes back all the way to May of last year. I'd really like to see you get above the May highs, and that's 172. And I know it's a long way away. It really is a long way away. That was back in early December that it was there. So 170, I think you might nibble at I don't know if I get long here. I think you can nibble here. Nibble more at 129, 160-ish. So 129, 160-ish, and then let's talk. But again, it's going to be around 170 where I'd really start to go hard. So that's Upstart, man. Appreciate you. Have you heard of the AAB gold-backed crypto from? It sounds familiar. I don't hold it for sure. I think somebody else has asked me about that. is it the AAB or AA? I don't have an AABB token, so ERC. So it's Ethereum from mine to token. I don't, man. Are you sure it's AABB or is it AAB? I've got an AX token. Let me see if that's it or not. No, that is, well, that's a Ethereum contract, but no, I don't, man. Sorry. Where he's at jail or prison. What do you think of Sundial, man? I'm just not a big fan. I was a fan of the pot stocks in 2020. They were doing this. 2021, they were doing this. 2022, they continue. Well, they're doing a little button hook up at least, right? So where do you get long? It's at 57 cents right now. I've got a line here that was drawn going back to mid-December of 70 cents. That's where I get long, right? Can you nibble here? Maybe. Yeah, you might can nibble here, but I'd be real comfortable above 70. But understand, even at the 70-ish level, the 200-day is rolling in at 73, so you're probably going to bounce off of that. So watch out for that set. So instead of 70, I should move it up to probably 72-ish, 73-ish. Go long at that point. But you want to see follow through. Again, you want to see it, clearly, right? You want to see it break through, a breakout, right? And then you want to see some follow through. The next 2 days should be green candles as well. That's follow through. So looking at Walt Disney, yeah, dude, Disney just kills it. Wow, nice. I hate. Why would you hate on crypto? Gold's in every card. Okay, well, here's the thing, man. On this channel, we're not trying to be right. I like gold. I think it's the worst investment in the last 10 years, but I like gold if it's doing this, right? I like Shiba if it's doing this. I like airlines if they're doing this, and I hate airlines. But if they're doing this, why not? I'm here to make money. I'm not trying to be right, okay? I'm in the trends business. I date. I don't get married to anything, right? So I'm never going to say never crypto or never skills or never, whatever tech stock I hate at the time, right? I'm not saying that. We're trying to make money here. If you're not in the market to make money, you're at the wrong place. Wrong place. Nvidia, we'll do it for a 4th time for you. I don't mind because I love it. So let me see what after hours, up 0.25%, 267 at the end of the day. You're right on, Reese. Like 273. Like I think at 270, if I'm being honest with you, I want to see 285. 285. I think you can nibble here. Don't get me wrong. I think you can absolutely nibble. It's definitely a hold. But 285 is where I start smashing it hard. So we did Sundial, right? I'm in for 20K. Okay, nice. Should be good. What at 80? What at 96? Nice. All right. Are you explode after the Super Bowl? So I don't know if it'll explode. I think it'll be up. Now here's the thing. Coinbase has got a huge commercial. I think that they're going to run 2. FTX with their coin. FTT can also, they have a commercial, but Crow being named crypto.com, I think crypto gets a lift. I don't know how big. It might be 3%, 4%, but Crow might actually do a 5 to 15%. That's at least my thought, right? Because it says crypto.com. When you can actually have the naming rights of the Staples Center, you're doing something right. I'm not a crypto.com fan. I do use the exchange. I don't like their just so y'all know, their credit cards, the one they try to sell you on while you buy all the Crow, you want to get the credit card. The credit card, that's prepaid, by the way. You have to top up the card. So read the T's and C's. I clearly did not. So now I'm waiting on the Voyager coin. Also like that coin as well. That's VGX. So those are truly like there's total value locked, but then there's actual exchanges that actually pull in not just, gas fees, but actually exchange fees, right? Why is CZ, worth 25 billion bucks? Well, because, Binance, pulls in 20 billion a year, 20 billion a year, and it's private, right? And it's an exchange. LCX, what's up? A little LCX action. Let me find it, first of all. LCX, right? LCX is one that I have not, 12 cents. So it's jumping all over the place. It's fair. So as long as you're above the first half highs of last year, which for you would have been in February at 13, you're at 13 now. I'd like to see it fall through there, but I think you can get long at 15, 16 cents. And then where would I get real long? Yeah, I think you're in good position at 22 cents. At that point, you'll have really good momentum at 22, and then clearly you get real long at 30. So there you go. That's LCX on the did that in trading view through the coin market cap. Thoughts on BBIG? I don't have thoughts on the company. I'll look at what the stock chart is doing for you, little Vinco Ventures. So I've got a line here going back. So this was back in, and it still holds true. So I did this line back in November. It did a double bottom, by the way. In January 213, it's at 359 today. It's got a lot of overhead. Well, not as much as I thought. Still got to chew through some supply here. Not a lot, or recent supply. I'd like to see it above the 200-day, which is going sideways, which is not bad. It's been going down. And then it's got to defeat an lower, a trend line that's going lower at 412. But I've got a line drawn here at $5. That's where I get long. I know that's not the answer you're wanting, but that is the safe one. $5. Again, you're buying high, selling higher. At $5, it's probably going to move really quickly to 8 to 8:30 ish, real quick. So that's how I'd be paying BBIG. Again, this is from a TA perspective, right? A level of interest perspective. I don't know anything about that stock, right? I don't know what's going on in it. I don't know the catalyst behind it. I don't know nothing about it, right? Not my job. Just telling you, don't let a trade turn into an investment. All right. Chart patterns don't mean shit. It's all about the okay. So that's basically the same thing. Chart patterns don't mean the same thing. It's all about the trends. Well, how far are you going to look back? 5 years? The bigger the base, the higher in space. Bet you didn't learn that one, right? So look at MU. Micron got a 30-year base. Broke out. What is MU doing now? MU broke out, went all the way. That base took it all the way. It's all-time high of $97. It broke out above. It was at $8.85. It rode it all the way to $98. So and it still may go higher because it got killed on earnings. So there you go. Crypto is on its way to be regulated. Coinbase, absolutely, and that's a good thing if they don't overstep. Our government typically seems to overstep on everything. Plus, you have 70-year-olds talking about crypto. Ted Cruz did this. He was on the Senate floor. Ted Cruz, as much as a lot of people don't like him, in fact, most of the country doesn't like Ted Cruz. I'll admit that. Here's the thing, though. That dude literally has a PhD in the grid in Texas. He knows his stuff. So when the miners came to Texas, he knew all about it. He was all for it. He did a show of hands on the Senate floor. Who can tell me what a consensus mechanism is in crypto? You know how many hands went up? 3. How do you not know what a consensus mechanism is in crypto? Anybody who's in crypto should know that, right? Proof of stake, proof of work are your two biggest ones, right? I don't know what that is. Give me a break. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. When you've got 7-year-olds running the country that are making laws they have no idea about, right? Oh, well, we can just shut down Bitcoin. No, you can't. No, you can't. So, all right, Coinbase and Gemini are chartered banks out of New York. Yeah, that's where look, American Express announced yesterday they're going to be a bank. So, and they're going to provide the best checking account that traditional or TradeFi actually has at 0.5%. When you and I both know that we can get 7 and 10% all day long in crypto just by staking. Simple. All day. So, Psalm is, all right, let's look at it. Is it a Psalm? Clearly I've done this before. Yeah, this is not a, absolutely. I think, yeah, you can absolutely be hitting this. I think I get longer. It's at 389. At 420, I think you can get even longer. But it's doing this. It's a nice breakout above 350. It's got some follow through there. It's got base support at 276. This is a good stock. It's a good broadcasting stock. Not saying the best. It's a good one though, and it's doing what it should do. So you can absolutely take some chunks here. I'd go big or start to go big at 420-ish, and then you know where you're going big at 460-ish. Boom. But at that point, it's at an all-time high. Well, all-time high, it pumped. It's 680. But yeah, relative strength at 74. It's killing it right now. And very small float. 11 million shares, so retail can pump this. Understand though, you've got in the past 90 days, 72% of all buys or sells from the insiders. So the insiders are selling. So watch it there. All right, but yeah, stock's doing great. Stock's doing great. What ticker is that? SALM, is that the one? GPI, is it GGPI? Hang on. GGPI, is that the one? Is that what you just said? Yeah. Guggenheim. So clearly did a multiple bottom at $9, basically $10. I've got a line here. It's at 1068 at 11. You can probably nibble at 11. I would not get long in it though until about 12. That's just me though. I think 11 it becomes a hold, maybe a nibble there. I understand that you're going to hit the right now. The resistance right now at the 1068 is the 20-day. It's sitting right on it. Above 11, the 50-day right now is at 1127. So I think 11 you can start to nibble, and then you can get long at that 11.97, $12-ish. Let's just say that. There you go. That is GGPI, by the way. PFE, little Pfizer action. I took the shot, guys. I did. I took the shot. All right, so I've got a line right where it sits now. 5140 is where I have a line. 5140-ish. It's at 5147 right now. Love to see some follow through. If I'm being honest with you, I'd like to get above that 50-day. That 55. At 55, I probably smack. Now, it's got some overhead supply there, but at that point, it's not much left. So at 55, that's still a good, PFE is a good stock, guys. Above 51, it's a good stock. So, but again, it's right there. I love to see the follow through, the two green daily candles above 51, and then I'd really start to hit that bad boy above 50. Let's just call it 55.50, right? You're at 51 now, so you're not too far away. You were just there last week. So there you go. That's Pfizer. We got BBI. People love the BBIG stuff. Love it. Is it DLO? DLO. Let's see what we got. D Local, what's up? Not the worst stock, actually. So it's a software company. It's got a fairly big float though. So volume is huge right now. Okay. So on its way up, it's cleared a lot of where it was. This is not the worst stock I've seen. Relative strength at 60. So yeah. So I think you can nibble here where I'd probably get long, and I'm going to be honest with you here. It's probably going to be at that 37, 20-ish. Let's just call it 37. 37 at that point, between 39 and 44, it's going to fill a gap. Understand that you'll have a major resistance at 43 though. So 37 and then 43 to beat, right? So Not a bad stock though. Not a bad stock. Congratulations on that. And it was up 7% today. It looks like it was up 5% yesterday. So congratulations. It's fully through the 50 day. It's got some space here. It really does. God, it gets above that 37. Man, you could see it run, especially above 43. So there you go. DLO it is. GPI friend, just sneak a peek. Yeah, I just did BBIG. Target is one you will, in my opinion, good swings either way. On BBIG, is that a good swing? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I mean, it's up 20% today. Like, what's it doing? It's down after hours, so with the good pump. I like it. Would I get long here? Probably not. I've got a line at $5, but it's got some momentum here. It's got 55. It's at 55 relative or RSI. A little bit different than relative strength, but 55 is good, very good, right? So it's not one of the better stocks. One of the things you might watch though is the insiders are selling in this stock. So not huge, but they are selling. That's what I'm seeing. So yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for the follows, guys. Resonate? I don't know if I know that one or not. GROM. What's up? Is that a stock I've even looked at before? Bro, what are we doing with these pennies? Pennies for the bennies. So small float, 9 mil. You Retalk and push it. I bet you know something that I don't. A lot of people don't. I bet you know something because it's $1.58. It's been right around $1.58, $2 for a long, long time. Where I get long, you're not gonna like it. It's at $4. So I really can't help you much with this one. You're gonna know more about this through the Discords and the Atlas traders or whoever it may be, the bullish rippers, whoever it may be. I don't see it ripping, but if there's a catalyst coming up, it's communications. Could be though. I don't know. Very good. That's GROM, by the way. Thank you for the follows again. You guys are great. Another one. What's the next major resistance on BTC? So BTC at 44. 44. It's really at 44.5. So there's some resistance at 44.5. So let's just call it 45-ish, right? You've got the Sopra resistance that doesn't show up on the charts. That's where the short-term holder coins turn profitable at 47,000. I think there might be some chop there, but really it's 53. That's the key level. At 53, I'm long. I'm smashing that bad boy. I'm very, very long at 53. Right here, I'm nibbling. I nibble almost every day on Bitcoin and ETH too, right? There's nothing wrong with doing that, right? But look at the FTT token. I actually want to look at that one myself to see what Sam Brinkman fraud is doing. It's been good today. Let's go. So if the rule holds true, it would need to be at 61. That's where it topped out in April of last year. It is in a good place right now. Yeah, I'd stay long. I mean, your base is going to be 23. It did that in like the bad part of May. Yeah, nibble, and then you can probably get real long at 52, and then anything over 61, you're smashing FTT. FTT is a good token. As much as I don't like SBF, I think he's good for the second. He's a smart dude, very smart guy. But don't back Biden, who's going to raise our taxes, and then you move to the Bahamas, bro, to where you're not even in the U.S. So you're not paying the taxes that he's trying to raise or that he did raise. So that's why I got a problem with it. Besides that, he's a good dude. So clearly that's not practice what he preaches though. That's Bitcoin. So our BRYYF, I believe that's going to be a OTC. And I need to go to TradingView for that one. Did I close TradingView? I did. Is TradingView closed? Damn it. All right. What is it again? BYY. Let me see. BRYYT. BRYYT. Do not see it. BRYYF. Got that one. That's it. Sorry. OTC stock. Doesn't move much. Relative strength's about 50. You're at 0.001. Where do you get long in a stock? Good Lord, buddy. That's a tough. It just keeps moving sideways. I mean, you might get nibble like 0.0015, but I would not get long in this until 0.0020, and then your next level of interest is going to be 0.0029. There you go. We did FT2. Big net cost to get this week. Best beginner coin this week. It's a good question. What is the best beginner coin this week? Well, if we're going by relative strength, I can tell you really quick. So best beginner coin, I don't know if I start with XRP yet. I really don't, because that takes a lot. Plus, it's very tough to buy. So I could see like AVAX. Polygon, Cardano, those are ones to easily get started in. Cosmos is a good one. A lot of things are taking place there. So Cosmos, Algo is a good one. Polygon and AVAX, Luna's there too. So there you go. A couple of them that I get started on. 52K is major. Well, I've got 53-ish, but yes, you might could say 52. Check your Yushi Dojilla and let me know what you think about the project. All right, so it's called Yushi. I'm on it. So I found Titano through you guys too. Yushi also found. What else I find through you guys? I found Catgirl. I found, what was it, Moonbeam that I found for a while that pumped. So yeah, I appreciate it. Mana, I love Mana too. For Decentraland, love it. I think Decentraland and Sandbox are one, two. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Sandbox, but Decentraland seems to have more users in it. Crypto voxels, it looks really cool, but there's nobody there. So as far as the Central Lands at 337 right now, you stay. Oh my God, you stay long. I smash it. Keep smashing Mana right now. You might get longer at 390, but the base where you want to be above is $1.60. You're at 337. Oh yeah, dude. I really like it where it's at. I like it better at 390, but I think you can smash that bad boy right now, all day. Bam, playing that thing. Apple we'll get to say Tama H bar. I know you guys love the H bar, so I'll do H bar. Now say Tama's on deck. My buddy's like the 41st biggest whale, and say Tama. I don't know why. All right. So we need to be above first half highs. That would be 41. We're at 25 in Hedera. I don't like what it's doing. It based out at 16. And it's just been beaten. It just, God, lasts really since October got beat up. Man, I really can't tell you. Like there's support underneath this. So can you nibble? Yeah. I would be more. I like it at 33. It's at 25 right now. At 33 is where I get long. It's not that far away. That was back in like the 1st of January, so it's not that far away. So that's H bar. I don't hold it. I got nothing against it, but I know a lot of people on TikTok that love that crypto. So by the way, Hex. You want to talk about Hex for a second? So Richard Hart, they've come across the on-chain, I guess the on-chain analytics, they came across this. Richard Hart owns 88% of Hex, just so you know. So very wealthy man, but I don't know if you want one man controlling all of that at 88%. A lot of these guys are at 52, 51, but not 88%. That's crazy. So FTT, we just did stay long. FTT, simple. Usually we did that one. Phantom, or so Saitama, Phantom, Saitama. Where are you? All right, it's dropped down to number 228.39 in the cryptos. All right, here we go. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna have to say on this one. So here we go. So we are at what? 6029. You might can nibble at 37, but I really can't even. Yeah, my buddy, I hope he jumped out. So at 5.6. At 5.6, you can start going longer and then go real long at 8.47. So there you go. That's Saitama. Get back to the so Apple and then Phantom, and then a few more guys, and then I've got to pull off. Please give me a follow. I do have a Telegram channel if you want to jump in there. I don't promote it at all, but do give me a follow on YouTube. I do repost these lives. I'm starting to repost those on YouTube now. So, and there's times that I'll go 3 hours long. So, Apple, you stay long, man. Just they're like above like 160, you're long. You're at 176. Apple, smash it. Keep smashing the buy button. Phantom's up. FTM, right? I got a little bit of Phantom. I don't hold a huge bag, but I like it. Yeah, staying long. You've got major support at $1.90. You've got major support at $1.30 and major support at 94 cents. You're at 226. You just stay long, man. I think I'd be buying here. In fact, I will be buying. It's really, really, really one of the better cryptos right now. And you can go real long at 260, 260-ish. You can go real long at that point. But man, I like Phantom a lot. What's it up today, in fact? It's up 2 today. What's it up for the week, though? Phantom for the week is up. It's not a leader. I'm trying to find it on the bubbles. I cannot find it on the bubbles. So, all right. What else we got? Theta. To do a little Theta action. Theta has been coming on as of late. I do know that. I hold a little bit in my trading account. Clearly, I should not. All right, so it went hard in March to 14. We're at 3 now. It just keeps making lower lows, lower highs. Sorry, higher lows. Man, I didn't know it was in this bad a shape. Man. And man, it's base support on this thing at $2.80. So understand, at $2.80, it is in a falling knife. It's 346. I think you can nibble above 560, but I'd really like to be above that $8. So it's got a long way to go to get back. Theta I thought it was doing much better. I mean, even like recently, but that's not the case. I was wrong on that. So maybe the last month it's come up a lot. It was at 236, and now it's at 346 in the last month. But that's not one I'm probably out on that one now that I see it. So, all right. What else, guys? Got a few more, and then I'm out. AVAX will do SoFi. Excuse me, little SoFi Stadium, little Super Bowl action this year. All right, so 1286 after hours. What's it doing? It's down slightly after hours is all. It defeated a down trend line, right? It defeated that today. I'd like to see it above 14, but even then, I would just nibble. At that point, I start to probably smash it a little bit harder. Clearly, here it is at 1750-ish. You're not too far away from that. So 14, let's get there first. That's also where the 50-day is at 14. Get above that, and then the 1750-ish get you above the 200-day too. Bam! Smash that bad boy on soapy. There you go. Appreciate it. All right, last one, AVAX. I appreciate you guys being here. I really do. I do this again. Every day between 2 and 2:30 is when I start. That's Central Time. So 3 and 3:30 Eastern Time. That's when I start. I go an hour. I go 2. Today I've gone 2 hours at least. So we're doing AVAX is up. And if you would give me a follow, and also that I do insider calls again, not financial advice, but I do insider calls. Typically, they're crappy stocks, and then you'll have the CEO, the CFO, the CEO, a VP, a director buy, and the next day it'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. So if that's what you're looking for, a good clean win, that's kind of what we can provide. Again, most of these will gap up though, so understand that. AVAX it is. Here we go. Oh yeah, you stay long. Stay long above 76. You're at 90. Yeah, stay long. I'd even get more long at 96. Again, we're buying high, selling higher, baby. So yeah, that's a buy all day long. And then really the next stop is like 115, 124. So love it. So there you go. Appreciate it. Do you think AVAX might be at all-time high for what? I think AVAX has got so when you're moving funds between exchanges, AVAX is one of the better pairs. I'll say that it's cheap, right? So XLM and AVAX are the ones that I transfer funds with, right? I move into that coin, transfer it to a different exchange, wallet, whatever it is, right? So yeah, right now it's really good. It's a good spot. The relative strength's really high. I've got no problem with AVAX right now. It's a very good coin as it sits, and it's been a very good coin really since October of last year. So it did this. It came down, did kind of a big dead cat bounce, then it went way down, and now it's coming way back up. So, all right, guys, with that being said, please give me a follow. I love you guys. I learned just as much from you guys as you learned from me. I hope that you learned something here. Again, don't let a trade become an investment. We're in the trends business. You want to date. You don't want to get married, okay? You want to date these stocks and coins. Don't get married to them. Now, I say that, but Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm kind of married to it at this point. But my point is, if you're trading, don't get married, all right? And I get asked a lot, at what point do I jump out of a trade that's 5% down? I go 5% down, I'm out. Where do I get out of a trade just depends on what is coming up. Is it about to bounce off the 20-day? Is there a resistance line coming? That's typically where I jump out if I'm trading. But I'm not a day trader. I swing and I do calls, right? And typically I do more in crypto now with the passive income stuff. So all right, we'll do in phase and ride. I've got no problem doing that. In phase was one of my darlings for a long time, and then it went whoa. So this thing was way up there today too. It went to 180, went to 161, landed at 161. Still up 12% though. In phase, clearly where you get long. You're at 161. You got to 182 today. So this is not going to be tough for you. 195-ish on in phase where I get long. It is the energy sector, but it's solar. It's not crude driven. If it were crude, it would be, closing in on all-time highs, right? So what was the last one I said? Ride. Yeah, ride. RIDE, and then I'm going to check that's Disney just killed it. Jeez Louise. All right, ride. I'm going to try to help you out. Again, going down like this. When stocks are going down, inertia takes over, right? I mean, stocks, they continue to go down are continually going to go down. Stocks that are going up typically remain going up, right? So, but I'm going to help you out here. So it based out at, I got 217 is where ride based out at. You're not going to like where I'm going to say this. So you're at 320. You've got to get through the upper trend line. You've got to get through the 50-day, and that's all around that 350 mark, right? But the big resistance is going to be at 480-ish. 480-ish. If you can break through that, I'd probably start to nibble and then get a little bit longer at like 690 and then 875. But right now, let's just try to get to that 480-ish mark. That's been a key line of support. Now it's resistance. So there you go, guys. Appreciate it. I love Quant. I think you can stay long Quant. Quant is actually doing well today. Well, I thought it was. Where is Quant on the bubble board? So no, I like Quant long for now. So all right, guys. That being said, watch your six, go hard in the paint. Give me a follow, and I will see you soon. I'll see you. In fact, tomorrow I'm here. Friday I may have a lunch. So with that being said, watch your six, go hard in the paint. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.